Welcome back to Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG, beloved of so many Arty players. We absolutely adore this machine, it's just so versatile. And it's been commanded by Talon 1958, and he's on the west spawn of Windstorm. Now, I wonder what he's going to get up to in this battle, because Talon's just been getting better and better at playing the M44 as time goes by. He bought it on the recommendation of other players in What Arty Noobs, and ever since he's been bought it, he's just been having so much fun with it. It's a fun Arty. It's got a very fast fire rate, it's very accurate, and it's pretty mobile as well. And it looks to me like he's going to head up the hill and get a bit of height. I always actually try to stay in a bit of cover, because the trouble of being so high is you are exposed. If the enemy can see you from a distance, they will shoot at you. Okay, but he's going up to the top there. That gives him more sight lines. And it looks to me like he's going for the riverbank area. No, he's going for the North Passage. Okay, M4A3E8. Zeroed in, and it just received 2 hits, one of which was from his platoon mate, and that round finishes him off. 83 hit points, 3 rounds in quick succession, and that easy 8 is no more. Oh, and that batch at 12 ton won't last very long if he keeps doing that sort of thing. He's doing a quick dash to try and get down as far south as he can, or far west as he can, and he's bypassed all the other tanks, and he's now making a quick dash on the cap. He's going after that IKV. Now, Talon's loaded, but he doesn't want to hit his teammate there, so he's waiting for the right moment, and he fires a bit. That's a bit late, but it does stun the Batchat, and that's going to be useful. Hopefully his teammates in the other Arty are taking notice, and they'll put a couple of rounds into him as well. And Talon's almost reloaded, and the Batchat is tracked, but he moves straight away, but is that going to be enough? Rounds out, and that splashes him. 122 hit points. 2 critical hits. The Batchat's getting out of there. He knows he's trespassed too long. If he tries to come back for more, he's going to get killed. See, he's now making a way across the river, trying to get out of way of Arty. Rounds out, and that's a direct hit, and he's set fire to him. Oh, he got a fire extinguisher, but that round from the from the Batchat, the other Batchat 12 ton, finished that guy off, and the enemy Arty has been spotted. It's an M44. He's down by the water side on the far east side. He's been seen. Talon's zeroed in, and that's a direct hit. Takes him out the game. 39 hit points. Well spotted, Talon. Very useful shot there, because now the enemy artillery force has been depleted by 1 vehicle. There's another 2 out there. One of those is a Burt, and the other one's a GW Panther, which Jingles mistakenly thought that a Rain was a GW, but no, that's just a jingleism for you. Poor guy. He does get confused sometimes, I think. He doesn't know Arty as well as we do. Rounds out on the Cromwell. Oh, beautiful direct hit. He's probably cursing Arty right now. That was a beautifully lined up hit. Okay, SU-122-44. Talon's almost ready to go again. It's got a very fast fire rate, the M44. That makes it so much fun. Round out, and another direct hit. This time it was 162 hit points, and the 122 was taken out just shortly afterwards by the IKV-65. But he didn't pick up any stun assist because the guy used his first aid kit. Okay, loaded for the M445, another direct hit. My God, he's massacring these tanks. They're getting absolutely whacked. He's lined it up, but he can't fire now because the IS-3 is too close. Way too close. But there is a Stura Mill up on the next to the church, and he can hit that. He's lining him up for a shot. Rounds out. Oh, went long. That's such a shame, because it looked to me to be perfect. It just wasn't fully dialed in when he fired. I think he was worried that the Emil was actually going to go over the edge, and so he wanted to fire prematurely. As it was, the Stura Mill wanted to say where he was. Oh, both Arty have been spotted. He's going to go after the GW. It's the slower of the two. The Burt is the fastest Arty in the game. Rounds out on the GW. Direct hit. Yes, it was! Went straight in, no explosion, so it didn't kill him, but it did do some damage. And we saw the Burt just go through the field of view there. And the GW's missing most of his hit points. Won't last long. The IKV finishes him off. And there's the Burt. And the Burt's going in to try and attack the IKV. And he's just been hit by one of the Arties. Now, is Talon going to be able to make it too? Come on, load. He's marking his target, telling everyone that's where I'm going for. Rounds out. Oh, he gets a splash. 47 hit points. That was RNG. The shell went long. It was right on the target. He was dialed in on the target, but it just went too long. Now, that Burt can't stay there, because if he does, he's going to get wiped out by Arty. One of the other Arties will fire, and Talon's just fired, but he pulled away, and the IKV finishes him off, and that's the end of the game. Now, I think one of Talon's teammates turned blue. I think there was some team damage going on there, and I think it was the IS-3. But we'll have a look at that in the end of battle stats. Let's have a look at the end results. And it's a first class tanker for Talon 1958 in the M44. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15 in that one. And he picked up a Confederate. He was hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. Any tank he could see, he was hitting them. And it paid off in the end, because he actually attacked and damaged 6 tanks that were subsequently destroyed by other members of his team. And we can see them there. And he did hit a lot of them. So let's have a look at the... how much damage did he use to that GW? Because it was only that shot that he fired. 270 hit points. That was with the shot, the blind shot, where the shell went in and we didn't actually see how much damage he did to it. Now let's have a look at the team scores. Well, I think it was the IS-3 that did team damage. Yes, he did. 599. Now that sounds to me like he took a deliberate swipe at somebody because they got in his way or annoyed him in some way. But let's have a look at the total damage. Well, Talon got the highest score, or the highest Arty score of 1,572 hit points of damage. He was beaten by the IS-3, but again, we do know the IS-3 did do some team damage, and so that's probably the reason why the IS-3 didn't get the high caliber. He did the most damage overall in the battle, but obviously because he did some team damage, he loses that high caliber. Now, when it came to kills, he was joint second with 2. And when it came to base XP, Talon was top of the table, 948. He just beat the IS-3 on that one. And if we look at the detailed report, he fired 14 rounds, 6 direct hits, 6 penetrations, 7 splash. And some of those splash were just RNG, where the shot was perfectly aimed in, perfectly dialed in, but the shell just went astray and didn't hit the target at the other end. He did damage of 1,572 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 9 of the enemy, so that means he hit 3/5 of the enemy team, but only killed 2 of them. He also did stun assistance damage of 835 hit points off 11 stuns. On a premium account, he did 39,623 credits, but he had a personal reserves bonus going as well, so he actually picked up another 19,812, bringing his total to 59,435 credits. And after ammunition resupply, and the ammunition for the M44 is really cheap, very cheap indeed, so he still had 52,365 credits, which is 5 times the amount, the average amount that VB Addict says you would earn in an M44, which just goes to show that VB Addict is not really correct. The Arties are so much more profitable than any vehicle out there. He received 1,422 XP. But he had a personal reserves bonus going there as well, so he took away 4,266, and that's certainly going to improve his crew a lot. So, very good battle there, Talon. Another medal, and I'm sure he's really pleased that he picked up an M44. They are the best Arty in the game, really, in my book. This is certainly the best non-premium Arty in the game. Very enjoyable Arty to own. If you enjoyed this replay, because I did, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully your replay will be featuring in our next video.